Good Sunday, everyone. My name is Robert Fry. I'm a lead forecaster here at the National Weather Service office in Slidell, Louisiana. I'll be completing your weekly weather briefing for today, Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. So let's get started. Situation overview. Moderate onshore flow is going to actually start piling some water up along the coastlines and into the tidal lakes here, which may lead to some minor coastal flooding out there during high tide over the next 24 hours, 48 hours during those high tide cycles. So we'll talk about that, and finally, everyone's starting to kind of pay attention now to this newly developed potential tropical cyclone in the southern Caribbean Sea. We're going to take a look at that in the upcoming slides as well. Again, high tide flooding tonight and Monday night possible. We do have, respectively, a coastal flood advisory and a coastal flood watch. For the coastal flood advisory, what we're expecting is about 1.5 feet above ground level inundation possible, with 2.5 in the watch area. Just those typical minor flood prone areas. I'm looking at U Waveland, I'm looking at U Shell Beach, especially those two areas. With the fetch, with the water piling up, it will also go into the tidal lakes, and that's why we also have that coastal flood advisory along the lake shores as well. So just be mindful. Water levels may be a little bit higher than what you typically see. So as I mentioned, potential tropical cyclone 8 has developed in the southern Caribbean. At this point, at this juncture, still a little uncertain, a little higher than normal uncertainty, actually, mainly because, well, nothing else, it is November, and typically this time of the year it gets a little more interesting here in the northern Gulf Coast, because usually we have a little bit more drier air and a lot more wind shear than we do over, we'll say, August or September typically. So that may be good. As you see toward the end of the track here, as it goes into the central Gulf, you see the storm actually weakens from a hurricane at 1 p.m. Wednesday off the northwestern tip of Cuba to just a tropical storm just south of the Mississippi, mouth of the Mississippi River there at 1 p.m. Friday. So there is some uncertainty in track as well, and in terms of timing. So we've got a couple of days to watch. Hurricane Hunter aircraft have been out. They're collecting data, which will go into the forecast models to help us understand a little bit better in the coming days in terms of what to expect. In terms of what to expect, again, it's just way too soon right now to highlight any storm impacts to the local area. However, if the current trend, the current forecast pans out, if there are any impacts, it would be late this week and into this weekend. So as always, monitor for forecast changes, follow and share information from official sources like here at the Weather Service, and review your plans before they're needed. Going on to the tropical weather outlook, besides potential tropical cyclone 18, we do have tropical storm Patty out near the Azores. That should be continuing to move east and basically generally toward Europe. Actually, should become extra tropical here pretty soon. It's getting into some much cooler water up there, and there are two low chance areas there, generally east of the Bahamas, that we're going to continue to monitor here. So again, outside of PTC 18, you need to monitor those as well. Summary of impacts. Again, moderate onshore flow is going to pile up that water over the next 48 hours during high tide. You're going to see water levels out there, especially on the east and south facing coastlines. You're going to see an uptick or a little bit higher than a normal tide out there. So anywhere between 1.5 to 2.5 feet above ground levels possible in that sense. And again, we're going to continue to watch potential tropical cyclone 18 over the next week. We're going to have multiple updates on this coming up through the week as things continue to unfold, and as the system continues to track to the north and to the west, generally toward the Gulf of Mexico. So again, pay very close attention to that. We will be here to update you. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on X, reach out to us if you have any questions, comments, concerns. We'll be happy to field all that. Otherwise, everyone, have an amazing week out there.